This truly is a building built by the citizens of Lancaster, and it's great to have a school building on this historic site where North Elementary School sat for so many years. And it's a great honor, as I said before. But things weren't always this good in the district, and I'm going to take you back to 2006. In the spring of 2006, these were the headlines in our district. We were getting ready to make approximately $5 million of budget cuts. We were closing the Stanbury Freshman School, moving sixth graders into the junior high. We eliminated numerous programs. We eliminated high school busing. We had a $400 pay to participate fee, and we cut approximately 100 jobs. But through the support of the citizens of Lancaster in November of 2006, we were able to pass a 1.5% earned income tax for a 10-year term. And during that time, we made two promises. First, that a 3.9 mil property tax would expire, which we allowed to do. And secondly, that we would not ask for new operating tax money until this 10-year term is up. And we have done that. We will be putting the earned income tax renewal on the levy here in this November. It's on earned income only, and a key point is that it's not associated with the buildings of the building. It's an operating levy. The buildings were built with bond money, which you approved as voters back in 2012. And it's a huge chunk of our budget, at a minimum of 18%. But since that time in 2006, when we passed this earned income tax, we've worked hard to be the place to be for learning, caring, and succeeding. And we've done that by trying to provide the best facilities that we can, safe and secure schools, a caring culture, academic achievement, and responsible budgeting. Since 2006, the passage of the earned income tax, here are some of the things that we've been able to do with our facilities. We were able to reopen Stanbury as a career center, and where we house 7 career tech programs. We've been able to maintain and replace our buildings. We've been able to upgrade our technology and make improvements to our facilities. And of course, in 2012, we were able to pass the bond levy that you approved for all of us. These new buildings will be ready, 3 of them, for this year, this coming school year. So in August of 2015, we will have students at Mount Pleasant, Gorsuch West, and Tarhee Trails. The next 2 buildings will be ready in 2017 for students, and those will be at Medill and Talmadge. Since the passage of the levy, with your help, we've been able to make our schools safe and secure through many building security enhancements. We've implemented readiness and emergency response systems. We have phones in the classrooms, and we've increased law enforcement officers in our buildings. We also have Heart Safe accredited schools, as well as being the only community to keep our kids safe on buses through the Student Guardian bus camera program. Since the passage of the levy, we worked hard to provide a caring culture, and we've been able to have programs for anti-bullying, for violence prevention and drug prevention, positive behavior support systems, and we've been able to staff our buildings with the kind of people that we need to provide our students with the support they need so that they can be successful in school. When it comes to academic achievement, the heart of what we do is individual student growth, early literacy, technology integrated learning, and providing viable educational options for our students so that they can be successful in the 21st century. When it comes to academic achievement, just some of the things that we've been able to do since the passage of the levy is to provide every student at Lancaster High School, almost 1,800 students out there, all carry iPads that they're able to take home. So they are learning in the 21st century. We don't just stop there. Our junior highs and elementaries, we have many iPads and learning devices in there as well. We've got at least 5 iPads in the elementary classrooms, and we have classroom sets of iPads that students use for learning. We have extended day and year-long programming for those students that come to us that are at risk, that we can keep them on pace. We have been able to provide educational assistance in our elementary classes to support our teachers so that we have a lower student-to-staff ratio. We have special education inclusion classes as well as yearly staff professional development, all so that our students can succeed in the 21st century and be college and career ready. We've been able to provide many educational options. We've been able to restore the things that were cut back in 2006 and even add to those things. We've had a large-scale career technical upgrades, and we've added 4 programs, 2 of which you saw today, criminal science as well as our culinary arts. Those are new programs since 2006. We have the Gales Gifted all-day, every-day program in 4th and 5th grade. We've got robotics in the junior high school. Starting next year, we will have STEM programming at Lancaster High School with the freshman class. That's science, technology, engineering, and math programs. Our students at Lancaster High School are able to get college credit and technical school credit because classes are taught at the school where they can receive those credits. So kids get a jump start into college or technical school without having to pay the full boat for that. Online courses at Lancaster High School particularly. Students can be fully online, they can be partially online. We have several options for students to take advantage of. And we have arts, music, and physical education, kindergarten through 12th grade. These new buildings do have art rooms, and I'm glad to say that we're able to provide elementary art teachers in our elementaries for the first time in quite a long time. So how are we doing academically? You know that the state provides metrics that measure how we do. And here's a few things to provide you a little snapshot of how we're doing. One of the key indicators is called value added. That measures individual student growth. That's been in place for 3 years now at the state of Ohio, and it's certainly a real pride point for us. We're 37th out of 671 districts. That puts us in the top 6%. And what's even better is every year that the state has measured this, we've been in the top 6%. We're number 1 in Fairfield County when it comes to individual student growth. That measures how much a student learns from one year to the next. And General Sherman is our top school in that category. They are 13th out of about 2,700 schools in the state that have this measure. Another indicator of how we're doing with academic achievement is the performance index. The performance index measures not just whether kids pass the state test or not, but it measures how well they do, if they get advanced and accelerated scores. And again, we're in the top 37% in the state of Ohio in that category, and Lancaster High School is our top school there, and they are in the top 17% in the state. Our schools have received numerous recognitions since the passage of the earned income tax. We have a 5-star quality rated preschool at Talmadge. This is the first preschool in the county to receive the 5-star rating from the Ohio Department of Education and Job and Family Services. We have Several Hall of Fame schools, which is an elementary designation, Cedar Heights, South, and Talmadge, have all been recognized as Hall of Fame schools since 2006, and that's awarded by the Ohio Association of Elementary School Administrators. We have 3 schools of promise. East Elementary, General Sherman, and Lancaster High School have all been awarded Schools of Promise by the Ohio Department of Education since 2006. And Mr. Clark told me this just a few minutes ago that Lancaster High School was the only school in Fairfield County to receive that designation. And we're nationally recognized at the high school level. Our high school received a bronze rating from U.S. News and World Report. So hopefully that shows that we've done a lot of good things for our students in Lancaster City Schools since 2006. And we've done it by maintaining some sound budgeting practices and principles through budget hearings and improvement and replacement plans and budget principles that we adhere to in this district. And of course, we have metrics to measure that as well. We've received numerous financial awards, unqualified opinions on audits every year, CAFR awards, PAFR awards, the Ohio Auditor of State awards, and Making Your Tax Dollars Count awards. When it comes to numbers, we show that we have a low per pupil cost. We're one of the lowest, 32% in the state of Ohio, according to the Education Tax Policy Institute. And the percent on classroom instruction is in the top 22%. And we're first in Fairfield County. That's a measure of the tax dollars that are used to directly impact students in the classroom. We drive our money where it needs to be in the classroom to educate our kids. And probably one of the biggest indicators of what we've been able to do since the passage of the earned income tax. Here's a comparison of our annual increased cost per pupil has been 1.72%. During the same period of time, inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, has been 2.33%. Similar districts have increased at 2.44%. So we're able to do all these improvements and the things that we've been able to achieve, all in staying under the inflationary cost. So with that, with your support, we have been able to make Lancaster City Schools a place to be for learning, caring, and succeeding at a low cost. And in 2006, we made promises to the voters, to the community, and here in 2015, we've kept those promises. And now, we're able to share the joy of the best thing that's happened in Lancaster in 50 years, in my opinion, hopefully yours too, and that is new elementary schools.